The OneAcademy is the heart of our company. Cryptocurrency is not an easy product. It's a very innovative product based on technology and based on very, very complex concepts. For us to be part of this financial revolution, to be part of cryptocurrency and of a community, we need to understand exactly what we do and what we talk about. And this is why we have the OneAcademy. The OneAcademy provides you with concepts, provides you with explanation on cryptocurrency and on the financial world. I would encourage everybody to join the courses, to do the certificates, and to understand thoroughly how to use cryptocurrency, what cryptocurrency is, and how we can change the world by using cryptocurrency. OneAcademy. Learn today, lead tomorrow.
That's the beautiful and brilliant founder, Dr. Ruja Ignatova. Greetings and good day to everyone from the Caribbean and the rest of the world. Welcome to our OneAcademy Zoom call 2020. We certainly appreciate you being with us today. My name is Sherry-Ann Charles Patterson, and I am your host with a reminder of why we are here. Our founder, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, has said that we learn today so we can lead tomorrow. What is OneAcademy? OneAcademy is an innovative e-learning platform covering a broad range of topics, including financial areas such as financial analysis, asset management, forex, the stock exchange, cryptocurrency, and more. Our mission is to provide our students with the guidance and educational materials needed to achieve financial literacy. OneAcademy was developed by finance experts and academics. It is highly structured and easy to understand. You learn at your own pace and can be part of the future of global finance reset. Our intention is to give you a unique sense of understanding and facts which you can use to enhance your knowledge and daily lives as well as promote our core product, the OneAcademy. And the benefits of our ecosystem. I encourage you to take copious notes to assist you in your quest to become certified, knowledgeable, wise business leaders and money managers. Welcome again to everyone. Okay, friends, it's another fantastic Freedom Friday, where it is our mantra to give you extensive, liberating financial knowledge from our core product, the OneAcademy. And today, our presenter is Ms. Donna Samlalsingh, an educator by profession. She joined this business in 2016 with her husband. Now, not knowing much about the finance aspect at the basic school level, her love for knowledge continued to grow and caused her to study the educational packages she and her husband purchased. Many questions came up during her studies, and her knowledge continued to grow. As she continued to explore the education, asking many questions of her husband and making it her business to be present at most meetings, learning even more from her business partners. Her desire is to have people take their heads out of the sand and listen to what is happening in the financial world. She was very comfortable in her lack of financial knowledge, with her head in the sand as well. But knowing better now, she wants the same for others. She wants to remind us it is not only about the money, but the legacy we can leave for our family. I now present to you and introduce to others the lovely, dynamic Donna Samlalsingh.
Hi, hi, hi. Are you hearing me? There's heavy rains here, so I put on my headset.
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear.
And you let me know the videos are coming over, Sherry. And Sherry, thank you as always for that warm, blessed welcome. Here, this is your ministry. And I'm very thankful today to God for this opportunity to share with you. Freedom Friday. That's a good point. Freedom Friday. Do you want to be free? Many of us are in jobs and we're not free. We desperately wish we could do what we really want to do. Probably go on a cruise. But I know now we have COVID, but it's not the permanent address. So, you know, I am looking forward to sharing some of my thoughts and my research with you. And I hope you'll open your heart and your mind to receive it, because I believe this is a time that God has put us here to redirect your life. And I hope you would receive what we have to say with an open mind. Listen. Thank those who invited you here, and listen well to something that can change your future. Allow me to share my screen with you at this time. Are you seeing it, Charles?
Well, it's beginning, but we're not seeing anything yet.
Yes, it seems to be
It's coming up.
loading. Right.
Yes,
Are
we're
you
seeing it now.
beautiful technology? To know is to become empowered. And I would say today to you, knowledge is the new currency. The more you know about the financial situation around you, the more you find out what is happening in the world around you, will empower you to position yourself in a better place for you and your family. I am going to share with you a storm. The global debt. It reached 188 trillion in 2018. That was the new update of the IMF Global Debt Database. Spurred by low interest rates and loose financial conditions, we estimate that total global debt will exceed 257 trillion in the first quarter of 2020, said the Institute of International Finance in January 14, 2020. So we are already here in the midst of the storm of global debt. Listen to
With the rising number of coronavirus cases in the United States, the drop in the stock market, and more people staying at home, not participating in the economy, economists are warning that we could be headed toward a recession. But what exactly is a recession, and how do we know if we're in one? Well, the National Bureau of Economic Research defines a recession as a significant decline in economic activity spread across the economy, lasting more than a few months, normally visible in real GDP, real income, employment, industrial production, and wholesale retail sales. This definition has been in place for the last 10 years. So those of us who remember the Great Recession, the definition has changed a bit. We no longer define a recession by just two consecutive quarters of a decline in growth. Here's the thing. In the United States, as in most of the world, we've seen recessions before. They're part of the natural cycle of the economy. This is the GDP since 1949 or so. This shows where the dips are. Every one of these is a recession. The bottom of one of these dips tends to be a recession. This was the Great Recession in 2008. You can see we don't typically have drops as big as that. However, look at this. We haven't had a recession since 2008. So we're 11 years from one. Let me show you this chart. I've shown you this before. This is the Dow over the course of 100 years. There are very few dips. It tends to go straight up since the 80s. That was the Great Depression over there. This is a recession. This is the recession of 2008, 2009. And you see it generally goes up. This is what we saw that tells us that even though there are recessions, markets tend to go up over time. Let me repeat that bit of good news for you. That is that history tells us markets go back up, but recessions are bigger than markets. So where does that leave us now? Well, prominent economists are sounding the alarm that we are already in a recession, or we're headed toward one, meaning we got to brush up on what that might look like this time around. Joining me now is Ken Rogoff. He's a Harvard University professor of public policy. He's an economist, and he's the author of This Time is Different, 8 Centuries of Financial Folly. Ken, you and I have been talking over the last few weeks. You are more alarmed about the potential of recession than you were when I talked to you a couple weeks ago. Why?
I am, Ali. In fact, I think a U.S. recession is almost baked in a cake at this point. And I think the reason is, as the virologist, the virus, it's become clearer that we need to put a pause on the economy. We need social distancing, stopping NBA games, potentially, closing off a lot of plane flights. There's some people in the economy who can work from home. I think they're less efficient, but there are an awful lot who can't. So even under this optimistic scenario that this passes in 6 weeks or 2 months, I think that alone could give us an impulse big enough to have a steeper, deep dip than we had in 2008.
Wow.
Look at what happened in China. We're doing the same thing. Look at what's going on in Italy. Things are still functioning, but it's very dramatic. And then, of course, if this turns out to be recurrent and we have to completely restructure everything, I don't know. But, markets are functioning. We were very strong coming into this, but this is a huge drop. We have pushed the pause button on the economy, and we don't know how long it's going to last.
Let's talk about what that looks like, because there are a lot of people who follow the stock market, Donald Trump does, particularly closely. But in fact, that's only a part of it. About half of Americans are invested in the stock market. Obviously, when we have big sell-offs like we've seen, it affects more of us because many of us, including me, work for publicly traded companies. So the stock market affects us even if we aren't invested. But a recession is something broader and deeper than that.
Well, absolutely. It's jobs. So we had unemployment, which is right now below 4%, go up over 10%. Millions and millions of people lost their jobs or were working in jobs that they didn't like as much as what they had before. And I think what Congress has done is very good. I mean, people still need to get their paychecks. We have to try to protect firms, encourage them not to lay off workers. But this is putting a lot of stress on the system. I expect to see unemployment go up sharply, and that's, of course, what really hurts.
Ken, you said it might be deeper, but it doesn't have to last as long as the last recession. What do you mean by that?
Well, the last recession, there were profound problems in the financial system that took time to repair. And what's key here is that we try, as we move forward, of course, first and foremost, it's the health system, protecting people's health, investing in the health system. But we have to make sure that the healthy parts of the economy do not suffer long-term damage by protecting workers, protecting businesses. Normally in a recession, you showed a chart that you get a V-shaped recovery. You go down and you go up really fast. That did not happen in 2008. We went down, down, and then stayed down and very gradually came up. We have to avoid that. And I think it's going to require a very forceful response from the government. I would say massive fiscal stimulus, not just at the health sector, at the whole economy. $1 trillion, I wouldn't even blink right now at doing that. It's really going to be massive. I think that'll happen. The sooner it happens, the better.
Ken, good to see you. We will continue to have this conversation. Thank you, sir. Ken.
The IMF head says global economy now in recession. So we are here. I heard someone the other day say they got a letter from their company and they are now out of a job. They called me. I felt sad because she was not the only person experiencing that. I know of a few others. Your job is not fixed, and you have to do things to protect yourself and your family. And today at Lunch and Learn, Freedom Friday, we are sharing with you a way in which you can leave a legacy for your family and protect your financial income. How can we get out of this mess? That's the front cover of the Time magazine. The global economy is in a mess. Debt, recession, everything seems to be coming at us. How can we get out of this mess? Well, on the opposite side of every crisis is an opportunity. And I present to you today an opportunity called cryptocurrency. Those of you who have heard it would know what I'm talking about. But if you never heard the word cryptocurrency, it is something that you need to look at. It is something that you need to understand. So let me share with you a little bit more about it.
When we buy or sell things, the payment is usually processed by a bank or credit card company. Problem number one, the companies often take a cut of the transaction. Two, we have to trust these companies to protect our sensitive data from hackers. Three, most international payments take a long time and are expensive. To solve these problems, we could use a special currency that is secure and based on the science of cryptography, which is a way of protecting information using mathematics. This special type of currency is called a cryptocurrency and only exists in computer networks. When you send someone this special currency, the money goes directly to them, removing the middleman. And at the same time, the transaction is broadcast to the entire network and recorded in a permanent way, which means it's almost impossible to fool the system. Costs of making payments are lower, transactions are faster, especially across countries, and even those people around the globe who don't have bank accounts can buy or sell goods and participate in the global economy. However, there are some risks. The transactions in most cryptocurrencies are anonymous. Some cryptocurrencies can even be untraceable. This can make it easier for the bad guys to make payments without being noticed. If you lose your password, you could lose all your money. At the moment, cryptocurrencies are highly volatile. They can't process large amounts of transactions quickly yet, and they're not even widely accepted. But if we can counter the risks, then this new technology, or some variation of it, can completely change the way we sell, buy, save, invest, and pay our bills. And who knows, this could be the next step in the evolution of money.
Cryptocurrency. Over 5,600 cryptocurrency exists today. Robert Kiyosaki, the famed author of a bestseller, Rich Dad Poor Dad, makes a bold statement about cryptocurrencies, saying that they will overtake traditional assets like the US dollar and gold. He also expressed his grim predictions about the financial market, which he believes is about to crash. Robert Kiyosaki says, crypto is the people's money. If you want to learn about money, didn't you follow someone who knows about it? Didn't you listen to them, the people who know the money? Let's look at a video.
We use money every day, but we rarely appreciate its power and its flaws. It's a tool that has been at the center of human progress. And as we build bigger and tackle complex problems, we're going to need the best tools available.
We have a global economy. We're going to need a global digital currency.
Cryptocurrency is going to be a great democratizing force for the world because it's going to level the playing field and allow anybody with a cell phone to access financial services.
This is going to transform how we think about a real global economy. I think in order to understand its importance, we first have to define what currency means. What currency does is it actually allows us to agree upon the value of something. It's almost like a communication tool.
There are different ways of coordinating human beings. One way that you can do that is with money. You can incentivize people to try to work on the same thing at the same time.
We started off building simple systems like a bridge crossing a river to very amazing things like rocket ships. We went from interacting with our neighbors to now transacting with each other around the world. And we want to make sure that people can move money freely. And our current financial system just doesn't enable that.
So the current systems are very centralized, and so we have big banks and big governments. There's a lot of middlemen who make things incredibly inefficient.
When you talk about the problems of the existing financial system, you can go to a situation like Venezuela where money is being printed and folks' savings are basically being destroyed.
The value of their wealth has been completely eroded. I think a lot of us in the United States sort of take this idea for granted that someone gives us money, it'll be in our bank account, and it's not going to disappear or be taken away from us. And that's really a luxury that many people in the world don't have at all. There are about 1.8 billion people in the world today who have a cell phone but don't have access to any financial services. And what's really powerful about cryptocurrency is that it lets anybody, if you just have a smartphone and internet connection, participate in the global economy.
What cryptocurrency does is takes the stability that we have and gives it to the rest of the world.
If I have a dollar bill, I can hand that directly to somebody else. There was no bank in the middle there. With digital currency and blockchain, it's actually more similar to cash, yet again, where I can send something directly to somebody else, and I don't necessarily have to go through middlemen like a bank or a credit card company.
We can go back to how we normally transacted, which is directly with each other without all these giant central parties in between.
When computer scientists talk about the concept of so-called decentralization, what they mean is to avoid this idea of a single point of failure.
A single point of failure like we have with institutions.
If you have a single bank, bank, and that bank has all your money, and then that bank fails, well, everyone's out of money. Whereas if you have lots of different individual nodes, hard drives and phones and so on that have some money, well, they're probably not all going to fail at the same time.
So you no longer need the middleman to keep track of an internal ledger. All these computers are writing everything down for you.
That network effect makes it unbreakable.
So technology makes us richer and wealthier because you need less time or less money or less effort to get something done.
Right now, when people think of crypto, I think they think of investment.
There's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of talk of prices and how much money has been raised, but it's really important to see past that.
It'll shift to people actually using cryptocurrency to buy goods and services and transact in the economy.
And that's not just send money back and forth, that means employ each other or fund each other.
A more global economy is important because there is talent everywhere, but opportunity is not evenly distributed.
In a world where this technology is fully adopted, it won't matter what country you're born in. All that will matter is that you have a mobile phone and internet connection, and you have skills and knowledge to learn, and you can contribute to the global economy. You can benefit from the world, and the world can benefit from you.
Think about what kind of economy we could have if we had a global currency that we were all responsible for and all invested in. It opens up opportunity for everybody.
Just being able to trust that if I do good work in the world and someone compensates me for it, I will be able to keep that wealth. That's such a powerful idea that it actually encourages people to try to do more good things in the world.
If you've got lots of people who are invested in each other's success, literally, they're invested in each other's success at a broader level.
I think cryptocurrencies are going to be as impactful to humanity as the internet has been.
Digital currency and blockchain can bind us in ways that we wouldn't be bound before.
Cryptocurrency, linking the world. And I bring to you the company that I represent today called OneLife, a cryptocurrency that is different from the rest. It's safer, secure. It does things for you that the other cryptocurrencies would not do. But you would learn more because I want to share with you a bit about this company. We are a global company, 3.6 million users, over 125,000 merchants, and we are over in 190 plus countries in just 5 years. We are called OneLife. Our mission is to enable a global community of web users to take active part in using and improving new cutting-edge digital products and services. And the aim is to increase the quality of life of members, as well as ignite a natural educational evolution. And I could go on, but we are here to better the world, to better your life.
What is cryptocurrency? Between January 2015 and April 2016, the value of the OneCoin cryptocurrency has risen over 11 times. How did OneCoin achieve that? OneCoin is different to other cryptocurrencies. The OneCoin cryptocurrency is based on cryptography that guarantees its security and makes it difficult to counterfeit. OneCoin is created through a process called mining. This ensures that every mined coin is unique, similar to how every dollar bill has a unique serial number called digital money or electronic cash. Cryptocurrency can be used instead of paper money. Cryptocurrencies make it easier and faster to transfer funds between two parties. The processing fees are low, enabling users to avoid the expensive fees charged by most traditional financial institutions for wire transfers. Cryptocurrencies are not tied to a particular country or central bank. Therefore, their value depends mainly on the number of people and merchants using them, besides supply and demand. OneCoin is not pre-mined, and therefore the users create the market, mine and use the coins. The finite number of coins that can be mined and consequently traded mean that there is no real risk of inflation. OneCoin changes the way we use financial services.
Definitely. And who needs cryptocurrency? You, me, who needs it? You see, there are people in this country or in this world, and even in Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm speaking from, they can't get to a bank. And all over the world, internationally, globally, you have over 2 billion unbanked persons. They have no access to loans or mortgages to buy a home or start businesses because they have no credit card facility. If you have no bank account, you can't get a loan. You can't improve your quality of your life. You can't buy a house, because how many of us have all that money under our mattress to buy a house? Cash. So over 2 billion on bank. Imagine if you had cryptocurrency, a growing commodity, how your life will change. Remittances, sending money, my gosh, that is a 600 billion a year industry, just money going back and forth to their loved ones. But here what? With cryptocurrencies, there are lower fees. 33 and a third % is charged by the remittance company sometimes for your money to go to one place to another. You send and receive money without the red tape through cryptocurrency. The transactions are faster, there's increased security because of the blockchain, and there's ease of accessibility. You saw how you could just send your money from the phone, from one phone to the next phone, like a text. Global trade. It expand or grow business overseas. That is what cryptocurrency will do. There'll be cross-border purchases, ease of settlement, no restrictions on what you can buy or sell because you're simply going to be using your phone. So global trade will increase and there will be ease, no red tapes. Protecting income and wealth. After financial world crisis 2008, many countries started printing money. If you and I started printing money, we'll go to jail. But countries do it. It caused inflation. And then you also have currency control with cryptocurrency because cryptocurrency comes with a certain amount and that's the amount. You can't print more. If you have 21 billion coins, that's it. Not like here, if the country goes into problems, you go to the printing machine, the US, and you print 6 trillion and you fill back up the economy. That causes inflation. Information is the first step of education. Remember I said at the very beginning that education is the new currency? Well, we believe as a company, as a community, that change begins with education. We believe that only applied knowledge will create real change. So therefore, education is at the heart of our company. And we bring it to you through the areas of finance, forex, and law. We help people to explore the world and get closer to their dream as we introduce you to finance, money, and monetary system, financial markets, risk, and financial management. And we bring you forex, the $5 trillion industry, where we take you from zero to hero. And we are a company that recognizes that there's a law. And there's a law for cryptocurrency because you're in a country where you have to be regulated and you have to have regulations. So we are looking at that. And we are looking at the integration of cryptocurrencies and compliance through our law platform. All these things are offered through our OneAcademy educational platform. We have free education for children, finance for children. You go to school and you do maths and English and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of accounts here and there, but they don't teach you from very small finance, where you will understand what is money, where you will understand where it came from and what makes money go wrong, where it will build a platform for you for very young, where our money is stored in the finance market. So we grew up in a system where I didn't even understand the banking system. And our children are growing up the same way. But One Life, OneAcademy is here to change that. How do you become a part of this community? Very easy. You spend 1,400 TTD sometimes on things that can bring you no return. Look around your house. Just look around your home and you will see some of the things. I remember purchasing a fridge. It cost me about 5,000 something. 1 year later, the fridge was dead. Couldn't give me back a thing. And here what? It needed a computer board that I can't get up to now 2 years later. This is 14,000 TTD, 140 euros, to start on an educational journey that can change your life. Let me tell you something. You should thank the person who invited you to this meeting. Because with this educational package, you would learn and you would earn. You can choose to accept free promotional tokens because the package comes with promotional tokens. My advice to you is to accept it because those promotional tokens go into mining. They acquire a split, as you would see here, and then they become coins, OneCoins. which are your cryptocurrencies, which give you more value that you can dream of. Let me tell you something. Do not let this opportunity pass you. Sometimes things come to us and we hesitate and wonder if we trust the old but afraid of the new. Sometimes the new brings you things. You know, they often say, an old broom knows the corners, but a new broom sweeps with two. So let's go. This is us. In January 2015, we came in at 0.50 euros. But by 2019, we were 29.95 euros. What a way to go. What a climb. Have you gotten those increases in your workplace recently? And today, from 0.5 euros to 42.43 euros in 2020, congrats to all members. A round of applause is deserved at this point in time because we continue to build this business in spite of the challenges. We have a one ecosystem, and we recognize by developing the elements in the ecosystem, we encourage the coin's usability, functionality, and reliability. So we have the One Life, which is the network. We have the educational platform, which is OneAcademy. We have the One Forex, which is the trading platform. We have the OWF, the One World Foundation, which deals with the charitable arm of this company, where we educate young people and we help families. We have the remittances, which is funds transfer, the digital wallet exchange, which are being prepared to come on board soon. And we have the Deal Shaker franchise and the Deal Shaker merchants. This is our ecosystem. And this is what our coin, which is the center of the ecosystem, we build around. Usability, functionality, and most important, together with the other two, reliability. So you could use it and it is reliable and functional. What does the One ecosystem aim to create? A world without inflation and interest on loans. I will say no more, because if I get a world without inflation and no interest on loans, I'm good. But the rest you can see is there, a safe world, a secured yet volatile. And I want you to note this. We are not a volatile cryptocurrency. We don't go up and down. We do not go up and down like the others. We are a involatile cryptocurrency that is controlled and growing steadily. A payment method which authorities can count on. We are regulated. The Deal Shaker, which is part of our ecosystem, is an interactive commerce hub. It levels the playing field of money and trade. So your phone in hand, your cryptocurrency in your phone, and you can start to shop till you drop. Here in Trinidad, we have Deal Shaker merchants just as around the world. And around the world, there are so many Deal Shaker merchants. But I share with you a few of us here right in Trinbago, where we can shop for food, where we can shop for market goods, where we can shop for perfume, clothes, you name it, furniture, watches, grill. Go by Ken's Grill, use your coins. Where you can get health products with Brother Noel, where you can get a haircut like our Blue Diamond. All these things are available. Learn to fly. We did that, my husband and I. The massage, wow, awesome. The tablet, awesome. All these are part of our property since One Life, OneCoin. You see these? This is services offered, coins to do my railing on my stairway to make it safer for my grands and for me, afraid to go upstairs. But now, holding on to my OneCoin railing and I'm moving like that. Coming straight to you from Vietnam, brought by my husband, alligator bag and belt, and my wedding rings returned. Oh, wow, let me tell you something. Awesome, he went to Vietnam and he shopped for me. He shopped for himself using OneCoins. Every week or every 2 weeks, depends, because depends on how much I buy. Man, I stock up using my ones. Vegetables, fruits from Fruit Saras, I stock up using my ones. My ones has usability and has value. A house in Suriname, would you like to own one? There are 2 persons in Trinidad who got through with one. I missed it, but don't worry. I got through with a place in Sandy Grande. I walk on my land in Sandy Grande, and it is because of ones. awesome. Every month, cashless shopping is available to you through the digital marketplace, through the One Marketplace, through the Le Petit Bazaar, and the many names that we will call it. We bring it to you live and direct once a month, where you'll experience cashless shopping till you drop. What are others saying about cryptocurrency? Because you have heard my voice. But let's look around the world and see if they agree with what I'm sharing with you.
My number one focus on cryptocurrencies, and whether that be digital currencies or Bitcoin or other things, is that we want to make sure they're not used for illicit activities. So in the United States, our regulations, if you're a Bitcoin wallet, you're subject to the same regulations as a bank. We want to make sure that the rest of the world, and many of the G20 countries are already starting on this, have the same regulations.
We have already started monitoring, surveying and analyzing the risk associated with the development of cryptocurrencies, with the potential benefits out of it. And I totally agree with what Stephen was saying about the fact that the anonymity, the lack of transparency, and the way in which it conceals and protects money laundering, financing of terrorism, and all sorts of dark trades is just unacceptable.
Well, presently it's more of an index of money laundering than anything more than that. But it is a real technology. It's it has created a fascination with millions and millions of people. It's real. It's going to transform how we do our business, and we should not turn our back to it. We should embrace it and work toward a global solution, because if we don't work towards a global solution, it will create systemic risk.
And the global solution, the G20 Argentina 2018 said 15 legal for cryptocurrency, 6 neutral, 4 restricted, and 1 illegal. And I want to share with you something they brought up there, because they were talking about cryptocurrencies not being transparent and all those sort of things. OneCoin, One Life, fix that. You cannot come onto our community, onto our website for any illegal activities, because we have something called KYC, know your customer, just like the bank. Just like the bank, we know who you are, and you cannot come on board and practice illegal activity. So we agree with them. We need to come to a global solution, and the global solution is OneCoin. We are here for that. The G20 leaders reaffirmed position on cryptocurrencies in a statement where they said that cryptocurrencies do not currently constitute a threat to monetary stability, and that technological innovation can deliver significant benefit to the economy. That's in 2019 in Japan, where the G20 leaders, the one who controls your finance, who rules the world, who controls the money, are saying this about cryptocurrencies. What are you saying? What are you doing? Are you going to wait for them to put things in place and you do not become a part of this, and you wait until they charge you for it? Lagarde, who was the IMF leader before, sees a demand for stable coins. And she is now in the, can't remember the name, but she's in a central bank, and she's saying she put the ECB ahead of the curve. She's now the head of that company, and she's saying that they need, my personal conviction is that given the developments we are seeing, not so much in the Bitcoin segment, but in the stablecoins project, we had better be ahead of the curve. This is the new head of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde. The JP Morgan, the bank that said cryptocurrency was a waste of time, and if you look through your research, you will find it. He has now put US bank-backed cryptocurrency to transform payments business. The people who control the finance are recognizing the value in cryptocurrency. Don't listen to those who don't know, but look at those who know the money. India courts lift cryptocurrency ban, and so have Sweden and Italy and a few other countries. Do your research. Malta's Prime Minister hails crypto as future of money in UN speech, and they did not stop there, because they became the first country to regulate cryptocurrency. So it can be used in their country, as well as many countries around the world are now using cryptocurrency. Mexican lawmakers passed cryptocurrency regulation bill. The SBI launches Japan's first bank-owned cryptocurrency exchange with Ripple support. And let's see what is happening there in Japan.
China accounted for 90% of Bitcoin trade just 1 year ago. But with Beijing banning initial coin offerings, or ICOs, and regulators shutting down Bitcoin exchanges there, Japan is setting out on a different path, embracing the crypto movement.
Bitcoin trade here in Japan accounts for nearly half the global trade volume. Compare that to 25% in the U.S. The number has surged since the government passed a new law earlier this year recognizing the digital currency as a legal form of payment.
A legal form of payment. In 1998, $100 could have gotten you that amount of grocery. In 2008, look how it's lessening. In 2018, lessened. Watch it. In 2016, 3 OneCoins might have just gotten you a little bit. In 2017, 2, a little bit more. And 1 OneCoin in 2018, watch the amount of groceries you can get. And believe you me, today in 2020, you can get a lot more with it. The goal is to become the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. And we can do this through usability, expansion, and market capitalization with an underlying and an in red of usability. Our target, 10 million users, 1 million merchants in 2 years. Join us. The coming time will be OneCoin, which will be used like fiat currency in the market. A new deal shaker outlet opened in Shandong, China in May 2020. In spite of the world's challenges, we continue to grow. You see, unable to control the growth and influence of cryptocurrencies, many leading central banks across the globe are working on or contemplating launching their own versions of cryptocurrencies. Uruguay, Sweden, England are a few of the nations that have considered plans to launch a digital version of their native fiat currency. However, digital currency without blockchain is simply currency issued by a bank in digital form. Therefore, monopoly money continues. I'm not real. Cryptocurrency, scam, or the next currency. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. What is holding you back today from becoming all you can be, from having a stable financial life, for leaving a legacy for your children? Every road that leads to the fulfillment of your dream will be filled with potholes, struggles you cannot avoid. You must accept the struggles on the road. You must accept that the struggles on the road are just the chisel cuts of life, sculpting you into the great person you can be as long as you stay on the road. The distance between dreams and reality is called action. I have shared with you. Take action today and become a part of a growing community that can allow you to leave a legacy for your family that your job will not. Together, we make history. Thank you for the time. God bless you.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Donna Samlal Singh. What an amazing, amazing presentation. Very empowering, done with passion and conviction from the heart. Knowledge is the new currency, is what she said today. And she made it clear for us to understand what that means with her presentation. If your head was in the sand today, she didn't just pull you out, but yanked you out today. Thank you so, so much for that. It was beautiful. One of our missions, as she explained, is the aim to increase the quality of life for our members. And today we want to speak to a young man. He is our merchant of the day today. And truly the quality of his life has been increased by just being a member of One Life due to our entire ecosystem. And our aim, the aim of our ecosystem is to, as you heard me say before, increase the quality of our life. The D-Shaker platform, you know, it continues to bring value to our cryptocurrency called the OneCoin. So today our merchant, his name is Mr. Mark Manmohan. Mark is a very passionate person about helping others and believes that the key to eternal life is living for others. Hence the reason he is always looking for ways to enhance not only his life, but also the lives of many others. And because of this, he is now a life enhancement agent. And he looks forward to enhancing and enriching your life with his premium alkaline water. Welcome, Mark, and how are you doing today on this fantastic Freedom Friday? Mark, are you there with us?
Sherry-Ann, are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Excellent. Welcome. All is well. All is well. Thank you very much for that introduction. I am humbled by that.
That's good. It is a pleasure to have you on our Lunch and Learn Freedom Friday today. You know, ever since I've met you, you're always a free-spirited and beautiful person, very friendly and smiling. And we love that about you. So, Mark, I understand that you have a powerful testimony concerning your premium alkaline water. Please give us, if you can, a condensed version of your testimony.
Oh, yes, I'll be happy to share the testimony. As we say in the industry, facts tell, but stories sell. A very good friend of mine, his trainer advised him to try alkaline water because he had some stomach issues. And when he tried our alkaline water, his issues went away. And then a huge water company brought out their own alkaline water, which was much cheaper than ours. And he switched. I lost the customer, but his stomach problems came back. And when he started to use back our product, his problems went away again. So you're seeing there the testimony on the screen. I just blocked out the name of the company he called. I don't want to cause any problems. But you know, that's basically one of the major testimonies we had with our water. And actually, it was this testimony that got me to be a little more involved in the business and look for other people to help with the water.
Wow, that's amazing. And we appreciate you, wanting to help all of us with these problems. So tell us, how can we access these deals and what are you offering on the Deal Shaker platform?
Well, you can access these deals, as you said, on the Deal Shaker platform using your OneCoin cryptocurrency. And I'm offering a 20% coin deal on all our products. We basically have 3 sizes and we sell it by the cases. So you get the 500 milliliter bottle, as well as the 1.5 liter bottle and the 5 liter bottle. So they're all 20% coin deals on the Deal Shaker. And I want to let you know I'm running a small promotion that ended yesterday, but I will extend it for all our listening audience today, that if you pay today and you make the cash payment via online banking cashless, you will get, on top of the 20% deal, you'll get a free 1.5 liter bottle with every single case that you order.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll surely be looking to get mine, and I'm sure others will be rushing to get this alkaline water. So
yes.
Before you go, Mark, tell us what value has, being on the Deal Shaker brought to you using cryptocurrency? What value?
Well, one of the major values, for those of you who know me, I like to eat. So I came to one of the Deal Shaker events at time, and I was able to buy some food from, I think, George Calendar, some lovely food using my ones. So as a consumer, I've benefited from using my ones. I bought fruits as well and vegetables, I believe, from Shuba. And as a merchant, I've enjoyed sales as well. I've gotten sales from a community that I didn't get sales from before. So as a merchant, I've gotten increased sales. In fact, this week, one of those deals that you're showing there right now, the 5 liter bottle, it's all sold out. One of the OneCoin users called me this week and said, Mark, I'm buying out all your vouchers. I was like, wow, So I benefited as a merchant and as a consumer.
Mark, you need to get some more of that water. You need to get much more, because our listeners will be looking out on the Deal Shaker to get your premium alkaline water.
Well,
Mark,
yeah,
thank you.
That's the good news. I created a fresh deal with 100 coupons, and it's currently under awaiting approval.
Well, great, great. Thank you, Mark. We really appreciate you being with us, and you stay your beautiful self, free-spirited and loving
Thank
people.
You. Amen. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, friends, you've heard it today. I know that many of you are having problems financially. As we heard Donna say today, a friend of hers, lost their job. Today, we offer you a solution. It doesn't have to be the end for you. So I implore you to listen to your heart. That small voice within you that is telling you this may be my help, my rescue, or my way out. Because sometimes the mind tends to overthink things. So I leave these words with you today. And these words come from one of my mentors, one of our diamond leaders, Mr. Ivan Mark. You may have skills, you may have money, you may have looks, you may even have brains, but in the end, it takes heart to win this race. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to you joining us again for much more liberating education on Monday, please God, at 12 noon. Bring your lunch, come along and learn. Have a wonderful weekend, friends, and see you soon. Goodbye.